I want to play something that I was told to play for you. I was told you would remember these days vividly.
Makes me cry.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice times. So my daughter, is a rider, and she's super dedicated, so she had to be in the arena at 5 in the morning. So I'd get up and drive her, and we'd play this song, and I drop her off. I go back to the hotel and could get some rest before she actually showed. It's a crazy sport, what she does. It requires enormous discipline.
So I was told you know every word by heart.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sing to you.
No?
No, don't you want people to like me?
Why, when I started playing it, did it bring a tear to your eye?
My public persona is sometimes is tough, but I'm kind of a mush mouse underneath, so, especially when it comes to my kids, so, And I think this was a very happy time. It's just one-on-one time with my daughter, and she was pursuing her dream, which I think everyone should have the opportunity to do. I kind of did, even though there was no life plan for this. It sort of just happened. There was this wasn't on a 5-year plan and put it on a sheet of paper and then go for it. It's just taking advantage of opportunities as they unfolded and just thinking you could do it and not really doubting that you could do it, even though when you stop to think about it, you freak yourself out. There's no way I can accomplish this, or what am I thinking? I always wonder now as I'm older if I would have the same gumption that I had as a younger person trying to buy like a $14 billion company with a company that was worth like $8 million 3 years before.
Well, what do you think?
I think it's like a lot of things in life, and you feel like you have more downside screwing up when you get older. I think the biggest issue for success is losing your intellectual humility, and not, because you've been successful, you think you know stuff, and you act on assumptions and not on real hard work.
By the way, going back to those drives with your daughter, I heard if anybody actually saw those, child welfare would have probably come after you between holding the coffee, the phone, reading the newspaper while driving, in addition to the karaoke.
My driving is notorious. That's true.
You moved to Miami a number of years ago. Why did you decide to come here?
I was married 25 and a half years, and I was living in Connecticut, in Greenwich, and there were 3 or 4 reasons. One, my mom is elderly, and she lives down here, and my father passed away about the same year I got divorced in 2015, 16. So my daughter rides competitively at Wellington. I was selling an interest in my firm. I sold a 3% interest, 4% interest in Starwood, and leaving Connecticut saved quite a bit of money in taxes. But I also think it was easier for me to start a new life being out of Connecticut, where nobody always wants to be the third wheel with your friends. Invite your ex one day and then you the next, and it's just uncomfortable. So I wanted to give her space and give me some space. So. And I've always liked warm weather. So, I love skiing, but I've always been a sun bug. So, I feel healthier when it's warm out. So, Florida was the state. Why here versus Palm Beach? Because Eleanor was here. Palm Beach is where my mom is and my daughter is, but Eleanor, which has 300 people, is headquartered right here on South Beach. And so for me to be up there and commute down here, I thought I should be with the people. This is a part of the public company, Star Property Trust. And I just built their headquarters, which is across the street from the one.
Best decision you ever made moving here?
No, not the best decision. A good decision.
Yeah.
I think it was good for me. Yeah, I think it's. I was never a city kid. I grew up with trees and grass, and I never wanted to live in New York. I appreciate New York, the action in New York. It's fun. It's fun to visit. I don't think I'd want to live there full time. I just need space. For me, it's not just the green, it's clarity of thought. Like, I think like when I'm in the middle of the beehive, I can lose my way. And I'm better off having space to think. And having, seeing trees and nature just makes me think clearer.